Hi everyone, I'm Lizzie Bermudez. I'm at the SHN Golden Gate Theater in San Francisco, and I'm about to talk to the creators of the Tony Award-winning musical Come From Away and find out how the tragic events of 9/11 inspired a musical about hope and kindness.
Tell yourself you're just dreaming, not me till forget it.
I'm talking to Irene and David. The two of you wrote Come From Away. For folks who have yet to see this, how would you explain it to them?
Come From Away tells the true story of when thousands of passengers, almost 7,000 people on 38 planes, were diverted to this small town in Newfoundland when the U.S. airspace was closed after 9/11. And the people of Newfoundland gave them everything. They opened their homes, they opened their hearts, and they made lifelong friends. It's this incredible story about kindness in response to tragedy.
I gotta ask you, as a husband and wife creative team, how does that work?
It can be really hard, and it is not for the faint of heart, but it is, it's pretty amazing to create something with someone who you love and know that you're both focused on the same thing and know that they're going to be honest with you. I don't think there's a single word in the piece that we both didn't work on.
One of those stories is of Beverley Bass.
We met Captain Bass on September 11th, 2011, and we talked to her for hours. It's just this incredible story of a groundbreaking woman whose life changed on that day.
I was actually flying from Paris to Dallas. We were over the middle of the North Atlantic, and somebody came across that radio frequency and said that the World Trade Center had been hit by an aircraft. And about 20 minutes later, we got the second notification that the second tower had been hit.
So then you landed in Gander.
We did.
In Newfoundland.
We had people from all over the world, and of course they spoke all different languages.
Refugees, people coming back from vacation, people starting college, and they were all stuck on the tarmacs.
They're just sleeping everywhere. They were on the fire station, floor. They were in churches, schools. And then, of course, they eventually ended up in people's homes.
And not only did the people of Gander decide to let them off of the planes, which they did not have to do, they let them into their community buildings, and then they said, you know what, that's not even good enough. You're not comfortable. Come into our houses so that we can make you feel better during this terrifying time. It's just an amazing story of how smart you can be by being kind.
I would like to think that I was always a very good person, but today I live so differently, and it's because of the way we were treated. And the question I always ask myself is, what would the Ganderites do?
This is one of those musicals that I go and I'm like, you gotta see this, you guys, there's nothing like it.
I've now seen it 112 times. I never get tired of it, nor does my husband. He's seen it 108 times. And when we go 3 or 4 weeks without seeing it, we start getting a little fidgety in our house, and it's like, we need a Come From Away fix.
It's been so good for us to be able to tell a story about people coming together despite their differences and realizing that we can be stronger together.
At the end, they really don't want to leave. I mean, they're just clapping, they're on their feet, they're so excited. And they walk out of our theater with smiles on their faces. And I would like to think that the show is changing the world, one show at a time.
You can see Come From Away at the SHN Golden Gate Theater now through February 3rd. For more information, visit shnsf.com.